It's a hit. Welcome to New Sky TV. Today's spotlight belongs to Zhai and Chun, with a heat index of 68.44 million. Love Letters from the 25th Time Zone, starring Zhai and Chun, has sparked heated discussion right out of the gate. While one might have expected this to be just another sweet romance short drama relying on good looks and a romantic plot to climb the charts, the impressive 68.44 million heat score on day one proves its appeal goes deeper. What truly compels the audience to pause and discuss the show isn't just the numbers, but the palpable emotional tension, at once familiar yet restrained, between Chun and Yiying. Why do audiences remain so invested in their on-screen romance, even though this marks their fourth collaboration? Perhaps the answer lies in that very sense of familiarity. For fans of short dramas, the anticipation often stems not merely from a new story, but from the desire to see familiar actors generate fresh sparks together. Chun's performance retains a powerful, restrained quality. A single glance, a moment of silence, or even a hesitation to speak allows the character's inner emotions to gradually surface. Meanwhile, Yiying's portrayal of Zhai avoids the trope of the frail girl simply waiting for love. Instead, she imbues the character with a streak of stubbornness, clarity, and an unwillingness to easily yield. When two strong-willed individuals share the screen, the audience sees far more than just simple sweetness or heartbreak. Even more intriguing is how the show transforms the concept of a time zone into a unique romantic symbol rather than a mere backdrop. Is the vast distance between the UK and Sydney truly just a matter of geography? For Zhai and Yi, perhaps the real distance wasn't measured in flight hours, but in the words left unspoken, the misunderstandings left unclarified, and the crucial step neither dared to take. Does this explain why the concept of the 25th time zone resonates so deeply with viewers in real life? How many of us have held onto a phone number we desperately wanted to call but never dialed? How many relationships were lost not because of a lack of affection, but because neither person had the courage to utter those simple, essential words? From this perspective, perhaps the truly touching aspects of Love Letter from the 25th Time Zone isn't the reunion after 20 years itself, but rather how it stirs up memories of regrets long buried by the passage of time. Is this why some viewers are moved to tears while others struggle to keep up with the pacing? When a production concentrates so much emotion on flashbacks, reunions, and the characters' inner lives, those who appreciate emotional build-up might find it poignant and delicate, whereas viewers accustomed to rapid plot progression might perceive the narrative flow as disjointed. Does this polarized reception necessarily mean the show is bad? On the contrary, perhaps this debate indicates that the audience is genuinely engaging with the characters and story, rather than simply scrolling past without a second thought. When considering the current buzz, pre-release sign-ups, and the cast pairing, it becomes clear that the high level of interest didn't appear out of nowhere. Rather, it is the cumulative result of the actors' prior collaborations, the show's appealing premise, and the anticipation built during the pre-release phase. In particular, could the foundation of 3.69 million pre-registrations be a key factor behind the rapid surge in popularity on day one? In other words, while the figure of 68.44 million might look like an overnight miracle, it actually rests on a substantial foundation of audience anticipation built up over time. This sends a noteworthy signal to the short drama market. Audience interest in familiar pairings, actors reuniting on screen, is becoming increasingly evident. While viewers once prioritized thrilling plot twists, more people are now focusing on whether there is genuine emotional chemistry between the actors. If a short drama can convince the audience that two characters once loved each other, missed their chance, and are now forced to confront one another again, it can keep viewers hooked even without a barrage of melodramatic plot twists. Perhaps the smartest move Love Letter from the 25th Time Zone makes is avoiding the urge to unleash all its emotions at once. Instead, it uses subtle details to remind the audience that there is still so much left unsaid between the two leads. Just how much information, hidden within those unspoken love letters from the past, remains yet to be discovered by the audience? And as Chun and Yiying embark on their fourth collaboration, will these nuanced, complex emotional shifts redefine audience expectations for this on-screen duo? Perhaps it is precisely these unanswered questions that make the show worth sticking with, isn't it? Ultimately, what makes Love Letters from the 25th Time Zone so captivating may not just be the 20-year mutual secret crush, but the way it transforms that unsent love letter, which exists in everyone's heart, into a story that can actually be seen. The 25th Time Zone acts as a space outside reality where regrets are laid to rest. How many things have we, in our own lives, wanted to say but ultimately left unspoken, judging by the ongoing discussions. While viewers may focus on different aspects of the show, there is a clear consensus: the emotional interplay between Chun and Yiying is a major draw. Why do a single glance, a moment of silence, or a hesitation to speak stir the heart more deeply than simply saying "I love you"? Perhaps this is what makes Love Letters from the 25th Time Zone so compelling, because truly unforgettable love is never without regret. Rather, it is defined by the fact that, even across the span of years, that spark of affection never fully fades away. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.